Hello, YouTubes! Welcome back to James Recommends. Before we start off this week, I just want to talk about the games you might not have tried series we do on Extra Credits, because I saw a lot of you guys hopping in the comments saying, we've seen a lot of these before, and truth is, I spend so much time trying to find one decent game a week, or semi-decent game a week, to throw onto James Recommends that I don't have the time. I'm never going to be able to find a whole different set for the games you might not have tried. The games you might not have tried is really going to feature a lot of the best of the games we talk about here. And so I super appreciate it. I mean, it's awesome that you guys are coming here, that you're interested in seeing these games and hearing about these games and trying these games before everybody else. If you ever want to hop in the comments on games you might not have tried and be an advocate for some of the games that you think are great, I think that would be awesome, right? Saying, hey, I saw this on James Recommends, I picked it up, I tried it, and really it is worth your time, because what games you might not have tried is really about is not even about telling people necessarily about new games. We want to do that, but it's also about getting people who saw these games and said, oh yeah, I might try that out, and then it just sort of exited their consciousness to maybe give these games a shot. And I think you guys could be a great part of that. And for these games, if you think they're terrible, feel free. Go into that series and say that too, right? But I would love to see some of you who've tried out these games because they're on James Recommends go in and help further inform people on the games you might not have tried, because a lot of them are going to come from this series. But on to today's game, because last week, right, we talked about Signwriter, and talking about an educational game got me really thinking. I really want to talk about an educational game that's totally underrated, right? That's very rarely talked about as an educational game. But this week, I really want to talk about Rocksmith, because no one calls this out enough as an educational product, and that is really very much what it is. For those of you guys who don't know, if you played Guitar Hero or Rock Band and you like playing the guitar and always thought, hey, maybe I will pick up a real guitar, but you didn't really know where to start, Rocksmith is the place to start. Rocksmith requires that you plug a real guitar into your game system or into your PC. Oh, and by the way, if you're buying this off Steam or another digital distribution service, you have to go to Amazon to get a special connector to hook your guitar into your PC. So I just want to make sure that everyone knows that, because when I bought it, I didn't, and then couldn't use it for 3 weeks while I waited for a connector to come in the mail. But was worth it, because this takes a lot of the format, a lot of the ways that you learn those songs in Rock Band, in Guitar Hero, and applies it to a real guitar. It's got fantastic lessons, it will teach you your scales, it will help score so you know when you're doing things right or wrong, and then it has a catalog of songs that you're playing literally on a real guitar, and you can choose lead, you can choose rhythm, I think you can choose bass, so there's a great deal that you can do there, and it will teach you the different parts. It will teach you them sort of note for note, but it doesn't start you there, right? It starts you off on easy. It has a much better progression scheme than just getting tossed headfirst into here's a guitar, go. And it's a really good system to get you to practice, to recommend to you what sort of things you need to practice in order to learn a song. Every song you go to, it will have a group of lessons that you can also go to and tell you what lessons are most relevant to that particular piece. So if you just want to jump in and learn your favorite song by your favorite band, it'll tell you what you need to sort of get you there. And when you first play the song, it'll just have one note or one chord every measure, right? And as you play it more and more times, they'll put more and more of the song in, so you build it up in the way that you sort of build up your ability in any video game. And there's plenty of unlockables and ways to customize your in-game guitar and all that, but at the end of the day, if you play Rocksmith for a year, you'll be able to play guitar, right? That's just mind-blowing to me. I wish when I had first started learning, if I had had something like this, I would be a much better guitarist. And so I don't want us to overlook things like this as an educational experience. So this week, I'm going to recommend Rocksmith, and specifically Rocksmith 2014, because there were a lot of updates they did that I feel like make it more usable and more approachable to the novice guitarist in the 2014 edition. So with that said, yeah, go out there, learn guitar, or if you already play guitar, have an awesome time playing Rocksmith. I will see you all next week.